Hello and welcome back to the Pale Beyond. And, well, the ice is kinda pale and we are sort of beyond any help because we're stranded. So I think the name of the game is rather fitting with our current situation. And, yes. We are on week 9. And, yeah. The boat that we started on is no more. So we're stuck on the ice. And our fuel and food is dwindling quickly. So yeah. We are going to have to see what we can do to survive for as long as possible. Anyway, let's see what we can find. Hammond. You see Hammond hard at work on the boiler. Shit. Hard at work, I see. Is there a problem? Is there a problem? No, force of habit. Don't need me asleep at the post. You need something, Captain? No, just checking in. Inform me if there is any issues. You should get some rest. Get some rest. I'm not mad, Captain. I get rest when I can. You know what I'm doing, Shaw, if that's what you're wondering. If you don't need anything, I'm getting back to work. Well, seems that the crew are adapting nicely. They're getting on with their jobs like clockwork. It's like we're back on the open ocean again. They know we're in for the long haul. I'll see to it that they are keeping up good work. And you see to it that they're entertained when the work is done. ... Hey. You're short on words, aren't you? Prefer to talk through your music, eh? Sailor with the heart of a poet. Sure. It's just not the talkative kind of person. Some people just aren't very talkative. Others run their mouth like when they probably shouldn't. Captain, we have had our share during the hunting season, but that appears to be winding down. I wouldn't put much faith in there being an abundance of game in the coming weeks. Ugh. Ooh, now is the time I need them. No. No. I tried to separate my developing equipment from your tools as best as I could while setting up. We wouldn't want any of them to be mixed up, would we? Quite alright. I hope my work doesn't distract from your own. We'll just have to make do. I suppose if tent space is the chief of our worries, we should consider ourselves lucky, right? Yes, I suppose so. Do you prefer to go by Dr. Nutley or just Nutley? Well, I still think of Nutley as my father's name, mainly. I see, perhaps you prefer Arthur then? Arthur is also my father's name. How unfortunate. For now, I'll stick with doctor. Is that okay? Of course. Oh, yikes. Yeah. That was very common back in the day and still is for where like the name is passed on. And it's not necessarily a good thing to do, to be honest. Actually better to come up with a different name for every generation, because it's just become so much easier. Now, right, I have two that is wounded and freezing. So these two has to be put in here. I might actually want to cure them. Maybe, I'm not sure. Let's take the requests first. Ordell? Captain, thank you for building some proper shelter for the dogs. Appreciate the assistance from the crew. Well, the dogs are an important factor in this expedition. I'm certain you and your kennel will repay us in kind. You need not worry about that, Mr. Templeton. Again, thank you, Shaw. What is her... She's getting closer and closer to being loyal, so... Junior? Sure, got a matter we need to settle with you. I don't see the problem here. Tucker was going through his personal belongings on the ship, and we found this. Tin of treats, biscuits, confectionaries, quite a lot. Now I was hardly hiding them away. They're just my own private selection. A gift from my grandmother before their expedition. Make them herself. I understand you see these as your personal effects, and that was true at a point. But as it stands, food is food. You know, we need all we can get. We need all we can. Cannot reasonably hoard it to yourself. They're hardly filling, there's just some biscuits. They are filling enough. Listen, now's not the time to keep something like that to yourself. Agreed, Tucker. Hand in the tin. It will join our rations. I will not deprive my crew of this sentimental objects. Tucker is free to keep the tin. Hold on to them, Tucker, but don't waste them. We could use them in a pinch. Taking them is not necessarily good. For morale reasons. But taking them is good for food reasons. Now, hold on to them, Tucker, but don't waste them. Of course, of course. But thank you, Captain. Minus 25. It's getting colder and colder. I'm not sure, but it might be starting to get cold enough that I need to use more fuel. I don't think I'm there yet, but it's probably not far off, which is not really what I would like. Speed, that's 76. That's actually good enough. In case I need 3 to actually keep everyone warm. Don't think I'm there yet, but you never know. And I have 2 people with scurvy, so let's add that. Oh, what I should have done. No, I got. Oh, I got it. I actually did get that bonus. Or did I? No, I didn't. I should have killed the scurvy after feeding the hoosh, so that I got a free food. Ah, that was bad on me. Okay, but at least we now know that if you want to make use of this modifier, like this perk, once per week, feed the hoosh to gain 3 food for each person with malnourished or scurvy. I had 2. I should have gotten 6 extra food. I didn't, which meant that because it cured the scurvy before it added the food. So you need to add the food before curing the scurvy or malnourished. Okay. Good to know. I don't think I will heal you. That's fish. That's actually not good. Ooh. Ooh. Those are some better penguins. Those are some emperor penguins, which is better. These smaller Adelaide penguins aren't actually that good. They are better than nothing, though, so... Oh, not a fish. Send as many as we can. We also don't have enough dogs to send any more expeditions. We can't send more. Okay, that's fine. You usually will find that once you have left the ship, it probably is going to be rather quick, like quick weeks, because there's not a lot of things to do, and when you're playing yourself, you probably don't read out the text out loud, so like I'm doing, so that's a lot of time not like spent not doing that. So call the crew for dinner. There's nothing else to do. They have their meal. Flattered, but I really want to be getting some rest. Okay. Come, Josephine, in my flying machine. My apologies, the tune has not left my head in weeks. At the very least, I found a manner to calm the pack. If it calms the dogs, and may that tune never leave your head. Could make a request to Grimly. I'm sure he could learn the song. Perhaps, but no, I will not intrude upon their nightly entertainment. I am certain it's not something the crew would much care for. Assumptions. They are bad. It's always better to not assume. Anyway. Reading, Mr. Templeton? Yes, though it's difficult to find light. Do those your age still read? Or has intellectualism passed us by? Well, I haven't read chilling horror like yourself. Had a collection, Mr. Templeton? It is a good read, nonetheless. What's that? One of the doctor's books. Since when could you read? It's got pictures there. You're interested in medicine, are you? A little. Better work than this, anyway. Yeah, you would be surprised how much you can learn just from looking at pictures. All right. Nothing there. And I don't think there was anything. Yeah. Yeah, taking some more pictures. I think every week there's a new picture. Or maybe multiple. I'm not sure. Whatever. Hammond. It's not always they have something to say, but it's always good to go around, to make a round and see if they have something to say, because it's a potential, like, it's a potential opportunity to gain some loyalty. Currently no fish to feed the dogs with. Now these two are freezing and wounded. These two this I can do. This is actually important. I didn't do this the previous week. I should have done this. This is probably one of the most important things, and because I actually have this medical tools, it reduces the amount of scientists needed to do this thing, because originally you need all 3 scientists to do this. With a medical tools key item, you need 2 out of 3. And you might think, oh, you make 1 per person assigned. No. Assign 3 scientists to instantly gain 1 medical comforts item. You make 1. You assign all 3 and you get 1. So that's why it's so important to have the medical tools, because you might lose one, or you have to put them into the med bay or something, but you still need to do this. So it's really, really important to get these to get all of these key items, because yeah, it's really important. And I should have done that week 8, the previous week. But alas, I did not. We have 4 people available. We have the engineers available, right? I could actually do this. Let's do that. Not because it really necessarily does anything, but anyway. We can't do anything else, so it's still cold enough, or sorry, warm enough. It's still warm enough that we only need, quote unquote, only need a normal ration for fuel. And we need 1 normal ration for food, so yeah, here we go. 5 emperor penguins. Freezing on the sled hunt. Cured of the wounds. Cured of the freezing. Cured wounds. Cured of freezing. And that's it. Only the runt became freezing during the sled hunt, which is... I was expecting like half of them, if not all of them, would become freezing. So there is some dice rolls going on where, like, you can play the same week 10 times and do the same choices all those 10 times that week, and the outcome would, when you pass the week, would become really, really different, because there is dice roll. Week 10. Now, there hasn't been a lot of time, but I think I'm going to end the episode, because I think it makes more sense that 1 episode is 1 week. Pretty much. I think that makes more sense. I should have done that going into this, but well, hindsight is everything, so here we are. Yeah, it's minus 28. We might be getting to the point where we actually need a triple, like a 3 ration fuel. We actually need to bump up the amount of fuel we use. So instead of 50 every week, we use 75, which is going to be kind of annoying, but I mean, it's what it is. I'm thinking if I'm missing anything. No, I don't think so. So I think we will keep it at that and round off here. So yeah, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, you know all of those things. All of those call to action garbage things that every YouTuber does their own way, and some are more obnoxious than others. And I just say, do whatever you want, because whatever. If you feel like subscribing, I mean, subscribe. If you just want to like. If you want to dislike, I mean, go ahead. So with that, I think we are going to leave the choice to you to do all of those things. And if you do one of those, or more of them, that would be super awesome and nice if you did. But with that, thanks for watching. Goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.